What's going on? We're back from the Kagurabachi chapter. We're here still catching up to the latest chapter of Kagurabachi. Right now we're on 125, and last chapter, pretty good setup for what's to come in this chapter. I'm assuming we're gonna go over the creation of the, well, not the literal creation of the enchanted blades, but probably the intricacies of how the blades are being made, the control of the Dainseki. You know, Shiba went and took it. We had a little bit of help from homie last chapter. That was pretty cool. But overall, of course, the one thing we've all been waiting for, the one thing we've been dying to see, of course, is the taming of the Dainseki and the creation of the enchanted blades. Will we get to see the latter half of that? Probably not. Just the inner workings of the Dainseki and how we can, you know, stop it from literally exploding people that want to use it. So I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm very excited to see how we're going to break this down. Let's get into it. We're starting off with the Mikaboshi head chopped off. Okay, where are we about to go now? The Mikaboshi have tremendous life force. However, I don't see how that alone could let them adapt to the immense power of the Dainseki. Okay, when the Mikaboshi speak of prayer, ooh, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, wait a minute. In all of these texts, from what I glean, what? In order to possess the power of the Dainseki, the Mikaboshi paid an immense human toll. These niggas did goddamn human transmutation. Trying to get the Philosopher's Stone and whatnot. Yo, hold on. Text of greatest human sacrifice, devouring the flesh, clan. What? What does this mean? They sacrifice people, a lot of people probably, in order to use the Dainseki. But I wonder if that was I don't know how to word this. I wonder if that's something that they knew they had to do, or maybe they were an assumption that if we give life to the Dainseki, aka sacrificing people, we'll in turn get power for this exchange. This is crazy that they sacrifice people and then devouring the flesh and clan. I don't know what that means. Anything we have that's written could be misinformation relayed by the Soga clan. There's so much stuff in this goddamn story that could be misinformation. Until we get the literal truth, Lord knows what is actually real, right? The truth is unclear, but you've seen it yourselves. The fate that awaits those who channel spirit energy into the Dainseki. It is our god. It's undeniable. Originally, the Dainseki was something humans were never meant to touch. Forbidden fruit. It's evil! Evil! Chapter 125, Smelting. Ooh. We're getting locked in already. I like it. Tatara smelting is a technique that produces tamahagane, an extremely high quality steel with very few impurities. It's the raw material used to make Japanese katana. Bro, I feel like I'm reading Dr. Stone right now, all this information. Okay. The supple strength of the tamahagane derives from its semi-fusion state, in which the carbon isn't even melted throughout the material, bro. We are getting some facts this chapter. I appreciate it. Thank you. March 27th, noon, 7 hours after beginning the bellowing process. Ooh, and that's Joji. It's Joji. Mr. Joji, stop at once. Even if Mr. Hasumi is willing to look over this, I won't stand for it. Oh my god, this nigga, why do y'all have to be such a fucking, why? Let us cook. Let them cook, please. You're that guy from the other day. How did you find this place? Orita Sensei, I suspected you were involved. I asked around and the trail information led me here. The fact that he asked a couple questions and he found the place is insane. Pretty fucking easy place to find, I guess. All you had to do is ask a couple people. I'm in a leadership role at the lab. Okay, that's fair enough. So I had a bit of a head start, but you'll have more visitors from HQ any minute now. Oh, fuck. This thing's sending the troops. They about to bust through the door. Give us a Dainseki. It's like, what the fuck? They won't be as patient as me. Stop while you still can. Where's the Dainseki? We pulverized it. Huh? Oh, shit. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Why are there two of him? Tatara is the first step in what the fuck? Is this a This nigga got shadow clones? Hold on. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, oh, maybe they messed up no, this is two Oritas. Am I drunk? Hold on. Tatara is the first step in forging. Traditionally, we use coal and iron sand. Cool, that's great. Why the fuck are there two of him? However, to use iron ore, you have to start by crushing it into fine particles like sand. Why? Oh, fuck! There's many of him! There's multi-him! There's an extra amount of him. Why are there so many of you, Arita-sensei? Bro, this nigga has shadow clones. At Sushi Subaru, there's a legend that the master chef makes sushi, takes orders, washes dishes, and does deliveries all at the same time. Wow. The answer is simple. My sorcery is multiplication. Oh my god, that's such a handy fucking power. Oh fuck. He has multiplication sorcery. I mean, no wonder he's such a good swordsmith. That's a fucking handy power to have in any sense. What? That's cool as shit. The Tatara process requires many hands. I'm uniquely suited to the job. Wow, I mean, shout out. That's fucking cool as hell. Mr. Joji, yes, I get it. This is a crazy stunt to save Princess Chiaki. But you know very well that Princess Chiaki's prophecy also touched on the Enchanted Blade plan. She warned that smelting the Danseki was dangerous. She saw a colossal accident. No way! The fucking Danseki blows up and takes out everybody in the city! Nah, this is crazy. Yo, Rokuhita gotta pack this shit up now. No wonder they didn't do the Enchanted Blade plan. They said, nigga, you gonna kill everybody. Rokuhita, this ain't it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at the aftermath of what could happen, this ain't it. Although you can alter the outcomes of the prophecies, it's still something I don't know I would even want to test at this point. Knowing that you could potentially kill yourself, everyone else, in the process of trying to, you know, make the blades, I don't know if it's worth it at this point. It's a 1 in a million chance. This is very sensitive material. If you don't get it right, you'll blow up. It's like, dude, all the stakes are on right now. Like, holy crap, that's actually insane. Because if you mess up, which is very likely and easy to do, of course, we've seen many a times throughout the story that scientists and other people have tried to control the Danseki, and they failed miserably. And Rokuhita, you know, taking a 1 in a million chance to fucking get this correct on the first try, because there's no multiple chances you get. You get this right on the first or not. Or maybe you could do a couple tries. I don't know. He's smart enough to figure out a way to do it. But still, this is life-threatening to the max. And you gotta lock in as hard as you can just to get even in that 1/8 of this shit correct, or else you're fucked. What if the explosion reaches the city? At this rate, you're heading down the path the prophecy warned against. This is exactly what Princess Chiaki didn't want. Yikes. But we gotta do it though. We have to do it. Lives are at stake on both sides, whether we get this Danseki under control or not. People are gonna die anyway, so you might as well just try it, right? I get how you feel, Mr. Asumi too, but it won't reach the city. What do you mean? Hold on. The point of the prophecies is that the people involved can make choices to preempt them, right? That's why you need to stop. We'll just adapt our approach. Rokuhita's using his brain. We aren't smelting the Danseki by itself. We're mixing it with approximately 10 times as much pebbled magnetite in the furnace. He said pebbled what? I feel the same exact way. I'm like, magnetite? I ain't never heard that before. Alright, let's keep reading. Pebbled magnetite is an ore that has a good yield, and it's way easier to smelt than iron sand. We're infusing the Danseki into a large quantity of pebbled magnetite, with the Danseki reduced to fine grains that aren't densely clustered, bro. It's just so jarring because they're breaking this down on a molecular level. We're breaking this shit down, and this is what I asked for, of course. Like, this is what I wanted. But just as I'm reading it, I'm like, yo, they're actually breaking this down. It's almost hard to believe, like, in real time. Something you asked for so many times. Like, I just want to see exactly what they're talking about, and are they going to go into the intricate details of how this is going to go down? You know, what degree? How does this work? What fucking minerals did they use? What materials did they use? What exactly was the process of how all this goes down? And they're doing it, and as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh shit, they're actually doing it. It's almost hard to believe. It's like you ask for something and you get it and you're like, oh shit, I think it's gonna be that easy. So yeah, this is fucking fire. Holy shit. The shockwaves won't exceed a radius of 200 to 300 meters, but it still explodes though. Only we would die. I was about to say, that's the fucking risk they're taking. So that they minimize the risk of, you know, having a bunch of people die. So now it's just gonna be them. Still crazy, because I guess you're still putting your life on the line in either scenario, but man, that shows the dedication right there. Like, holy shit. Look at his face. Ugh. Apparently, his eyes are covered by a special membrane. We're getting eye stuff. We're getting his fucking eye stuff too. We just got Orita's sorcery And now we're getting, are we about to get his fucking eye lore, bro, that we've been talking about every goddamn chapter? Please tell me. Because swordsmiths are constantly staring into hot flames with their naked eyes. Many lose their eyesight. Whoa, but he still has his. Wait, his eyes regenerate. They get burned by the heat and then they heal. As the process repeats, his eyesight gets stronger, much like how muscles grow stronger through the process of damaging and healing the muscle fibers. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I was sitting over here thinking, this nigga has a showering gun. He's gotta have some type of thing going on. Special eye, Naruto fucked the game up, because now when anybody has something to do with their eyes, it's like Rinnegan, showering gun, Byakugan, something. He's got eye powers. Like, come on, man. Eyes regenerate right after being burned and they come back stronger and stronger. So he's been doing this for some time now. So no wonder he can probably see the fucking molecular structure of the Dainseki just by looking at it because his eyes have been healed over so many times. What? Yeah, but still, that doesn't change the fact that this is dangerous. When you heat the Dainseki, its particles get more and more active as the temperature rises. At around 1,000 degrees, it reaches its limit and explodes. This is a lot to take in, by the way. This is a fuck ton to take in. Are you seriously convinced by this half-baked reasoning? Not really. I'm convinced by his talent. Ooh, the glaze begins. It's not merely his God-given gifts. He can actually see the particles themselves. It's the fruit of many long hours sitting in front of those flames, bro. He's working hard. Let's see what you can do. Holy shit, I got goosebumps. That felt, yo, just that moment. I would love to see this in the anime. This scene of just him giving Rokuhita the praise and accepting, hey, I don't know what's gonna happen, but this guy's got something going on that I don't have. So clearly, I want to see if he can pull it off. And that moment right there, just seeing the assurance and the confidence in Orita. Not 100% confidence, but he's like, this Rokuhita guy's got something special going on. I want to see. All my years of swordsmanship, I've seen a lot of people. I myself am world renowned and whatnot. But this kid is something different. And I gotta see what the hell's going on. Like, that is fucking cool. That is so fucking fire. The temperature in the furnace is already over 1,200 degrees. It's over 1,000 and hasn't exploded. It's over 1,000! It could explode at any moment. Everything's riding on Rokuhita's talent. Yo. Bro, they're putting a lot in Rokuhita right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because you barely even know this guy. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. We die. Like, this is a lot. Bro, I know Joji and that bitch like, why did I come here? Nigga, I'm about to get exploded with them. Oh my gosh, it's minding my business. Fuck. If you're concerned for your life, you should go. I'm leaving. I'm like, bruh, I don't care that much. This is only part of my job. I'm not dying for this. We're not working with fancy smelting theory and formulas. We're going on experience, feel, in our 5 senses. They're fucking crazy. Holy shit. Man versus materials. Shut the fuck up. Yo, these past chapters with these just the black background and then whatever's going on. Fire. A lot of ink being used in these chapters, huh? Like, it's absolutely insane. There's the first Noro. What the fuck is a Noro? Noro is the slag of impurities expelled from the steel during smelting. Wow, this has been a very educational chapter. It's evidence that the steel is purifying. This is just the beginning. Shut the fuck up. Now we tame the guides. Yeah. With all the Orita smiling and whatnot, bro, this is insane. And that's the end of the chapter. I felt like there was so much more. No, I felt like we were just getting started. That's insane. Wow. Very, very, very educational chapter, this one. I mean, this is probably the most educational chapter we've ever gotten in Kagurabachi. So much things have been revealed with Orita's sorcery, the actual breakdown of how we're trying to tame the Dainseki, it being over 1,000 degrees already, Rokuhita using his eye powers to lock in. It's beautiful. It's amazing. You can't get any better than this. You know, it's been such a great pace. I always enjoy the distinction between going from fights to going into the slower parts, essentially slower, you know, in quotations, of course, with going into the world building, the storytelling, even though we can get both through the fights and whatnot, but it's still a different change of pace, and it really shows the levels of a story when we don't have the fights going on. And there's still a lot of things that we can appreciate, other characters. We don't need Chihiro in the story right now. This is all still great stuff. I'm like JJK. Let me stop before someone, yeah, JJK, JJK is all right. Come on now. I don't even want to make the comparison, but it is one of those things where I was watching JJK earlier. I'm like, man, I really don't care about the story that all that much outside of the fights. And sitting here reading this, I'm like, damn, no main character right now, no fights. We're just going over, the Danseki and the Mikaboshi lore and all that stuff, and it's just as interesting. Really appreciate it. It's really cool. I've gone over everything right now, but I guess the last thing to kind of talk over would be this panel with the Mikaboshi sacrificing people or themselves, a clan. I don't know. It just says human sacrifice, devouring the flesh, clan. It's broken down in a way where I don't necessarily know who they're talking about, or all we can see is that people are being sacrificed for the Danseki to gain the power. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's interesting, of course, because it's one of the leading causes on how the Mikaboshi got their powers and why the stone grants them the power or whatever. So far, it hasn't been truly explained exactly how the lore has been broken down, because all we saw is that Ukizane, put the Mikaboshi in the ocean, and then they got the power of the Danseki. But now it's seeing like they prayed to the stone and sacrificed people and then got the power. I don't know, but at first they made it seem like the Danseki, like they just like, oh, look at this big ass stone, and then they got sent to the ocean, and the stone gave them powers. But it seems like they were doing things prior with the stone, and they eventually got sent to the ocean, and the stone gave them the powers. Or I don't know the exact timeline. Of course, none of us do. But again, this has been one of those things where the fuck is the stone coming from? It's been my question since the moment we've gotten this thing. Seeing this big ass stone, is where did it come from? Who made? Is space? Underworld? Why? It's Danseki. I got questions. I have questions, and they need to be answered now. We'll just have to wait and find out whenever it happens. So until then, the story's getting even more better. Came back from my break, and the story is still popping. Not surprised at all. But yeah, overall, great stuff. A lot of lore. I mean, Jesus Christ. This has been probably the second or third best chapter of this flashback so far, and it's been absolutely just peak. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, we'll get back into it and covering more chapters and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later, and see ya.